My sister crashed my new car, then smirked and said, "Mom and Dad will make you forgive me," but she didn't know I wasn't their real son. I'd been saving for 2 years to buy that midnight blue Mustang, every overtime shift at the warehouse, every skipped dinner out, every time I walked instead of taking an Uber, all for this moment. When I finally signed the papers and drove it off the lot, I felt something I hadn't experienced in years. Pure pride. 24 hours. That's how long I got to enjoy it. I came home from work to find Jamie sprawled on our parents' couch, scrolling through TikTok. At 19, she'd never held a job, never paid a bill, never faced a real consequence for anything. "Keys," she said, without looking up. "I'm meeting friends downtown." "Absolutely not. I kept my keys in my pocket." "Take the bus or call Mom." She rolled her eyes. "Don't be weird about it. It's just a car." That should have been my warning. Jamie had this way of dismissing things right before she destroyed them, but I was tired from my double shift, so I went upstairs to shower, leaving my keys on the kitchen counter. Biggest mistake of my life. I was washing my hair when I heard the engine roar outside. By the time I got downstairs in a towel, she was gone. I called her phone 12 times, straight to voicemail. The call came 2 hours later. "Officer Torres from County Police." Voice professional but sympathetic. "Mr. Goyen, there's been an accident involving your vehicle." My stomach dropped. "Is the driver okay?" "She's fine. Vehicle's totaled though. Driver said she's your sister." I drove to the scene in my old Honda, hands shaking. The intersection looked like a war zone. My beautiful Mustang wrapped around a telephone pole, front end completely destroyed, 30 grand of twisted metal. And there was Jamie, leaning against a police cruiser like she was waiting for a mall ride. Not a scratch on her. When she saw me, she actually smiled. "Hey, big brother. Little fender bender. No big deal." I stared at my destroyed car, feeling something break inside my chest. "No big deal?" "Jamie, this was everything I had." She shrugged with that infuriating casualness she'd perfected. "Insurance will cover it, and don't get dramatic. You know Mom and Dad will make you forgive me. That's how this family works." The confidence in her voice made my blood run cold. She wasn't sorry. She was already planning her escape route, knowing our parents would smooth everything over like always. That's when I remembered the DNA kit results from 3 months ago. My cousin Lisa had suggested I try one to trace our family heritage. When the results came back, I'd stared at the screen for 10 minutes. 0% East Asian heritage, 0% match with my parents, 0% match with Jamie. I'd been too shocked to process it, but standing there watching my sister casually destroy my life while planning her defense, everything made perfect sense. Why I'd always felt like an outsider, why my parents favored Jamie even when she screwed up, why I was expected to be understanding while she got to coast without consequences. I wasn't really their son. "You know what, Jamie?" I said, pulling out my phone. "You're absolutely right. That is how this family usually works." Her smirk widened. "Exactly. So let's call Mom and..." But here's the thing. I showed her my phone screen with the DNA results. "I got some interesting news. Turns out we're not actually family." The smirk died as she read the results. 0 genetic matches across the board. "I'm adopted, Jamie, which means all those years of family loyalty, of covering for you, of letting Mom and Dad guilt me into forgiving your crap." I smiled for the first time since seeing my car. "That's done." I speed dialed my insurance company right there. "Hi, this is Nathan Wynn. I need to report my vehicle is stolen and totaled by an unauthorized driver." "Wait," Jamie said, panic creeping in. "You can't do that. I'm your sister." "No," I said, watching her face crumble. "You're not." The insurance agent was very interested to hear the driver wasn't on my policy and had taken the car without permission. Grand theft auto, they call it. Jamie started crying. Real tears for once. For the first time in 19 years, there was no safety net, no family protection, no way to make this someone else's problem. I walked back to my Honda, leaving her with the police and the wreckage. In the rearview mirror, I watched Officer Torres approach her with handcuffs. Sometimes the best revenge is finally letting people face the consequences they've been dodging their entire lives.